Greetings, YouTube. I don't use self-checkouts at the grocery store or department stores or hardware stores or anywhere I go. Why don't I use them? Because I feel solidarity with the employees and not the corporation. The corporation likes self-checkout. Self-checkout means that you and me do their work for free as volunteers, and they don't have to pay employees to do that work. But we, the consumer, could change that. If every consumer just stopped using self-checkout lines and only went to people to check us out, they would have to hire more people to check us out. Now, I actually have been in an uncomfortable position where I have told someone said, checkout lines are empty, or self-checkout lines are empty. Would you like to check out here? And I said, no. And I've actually had Black employees assume I'm not going to their self-checkout because they're Black. And I didn't realize that this situation looked like that until I was like through the process in the other lane. And I realized, oh crap, that doesn't look good. But that's unfortunate for me, but I still feel more solidarity with the employees than with my uncomfortable situation. Come on. Yeah, I know. It's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't like the idea of humans being replaced completely by robots. It's going to happen, but we don't have to race towards it. I'm going to be in a position someday. Actually, I may get out before it happens. I get 15 more years to go. And at the end of that 15-year time period, they may be bringing in fully autonomous humanoid robots, but I'm not positive that that's going to happen or not at that time frame. It will happen eventually. Manufacturing will eventually be taken over by robotics. The reason that robots haven't completely taken over yet, they've taken over some things, is that some tasks in a manufacturing plant really are exactly the same and robots can do them. But a lot of things in a manufacturing plant are very dynamic. And there's a lot more human involvement in processes where a lot of people think, oh, robots do that, or it's fully automated now, or it's, you don't need the people to be involved in that. And in fact, you do need people to be involved in that. The parts that I produce every day have to be trimmed and inspected by humans because robots can't do that yet. It's too dynamic. But checking out at a grocery store or any other store is not all that dynamic. People can do it. As long as you set the machines up for them, they can run the items through the scanner. Whoever thought of this, I think, should be dope slapped because they obviously work for a corporation. They are not an employee. And if they were an employee who thought they could make a buck off of this process, they need to be dope slapped as well because you just undermined workers' rights in your entire business, and that's not good. I want people to be making sure that they're making a living wage, and self-checkout lanes are a step away from that, not towards it. We need more worker rights, not fewer worker rights. And replacing workers with automated checkout lanes is not the way to get worker rights and a living wage. Now, if there was a fully functional social safety net out there in the United States, so that whether a person had a job or not, they would still be 100% okay, then it wouldn't matter. Then whether there were self-checkout lanes or not would be immaterial. But that doesn't exist in the United States right now. Right now, if you don't have a job, the society says you have no worth. And yet they're creating a system where there are now fewer jobs, not less jobs, fewer jobs. And the people that are now looking down their nose at people, well, they can't get a job, is because, there are jobs being taken away from them intentionally, not by immigrants, but by corporations. Remember all the people out there who get upset that immigrants are taking their jobs. No, corporations hire immigrants to take their jobs. The immigrants are just filling a slot because they need to survive just like the rest of us do. Remember, capitalism is the problem, not the solution. Corporations are the enemy. And self-checkout lanes are pretty much one of the first major salvos in that, because it's convinced people that you and me should do corporate work for free and undermine the rights and the ability to survive of the workers at those stores.